In this video, let us see how to create the custom ribbon with buttons in Excel without any coding knowledge. And where this Excel ribbon, you don't have to know any .NET programming or advanced programming concepts. I'm going to show you how to create this Excel ribbon in a simpler way. So here you can see I have created a sample ribbon. So I'm going to show you the demo first. Then I'm going to show you how to create this ribbon. You consider I have a ribbon called the highlight, and inside the highlight, and I have some three buttons, and here I have picked some sample data here that you can see. What this ribbon will do is it will highlight all the dollars that is present in a table. Consider it highlights all the dollars there. Similarly, we can also highlight all the percentage as well. And the cool thing about this ribbon is that even if you open multiple tabs, you consider here having a one notebook, right? Even if you open multiple notebooks, the ribbon will present there. You consider here in this new Excel notebook also the ribbon is present there. So let us see how to create this Excel ribbon with buttons without any coding knowledge. Let's get started. As usual, I consider I have opened the Excel application now. Let me open up a blank sheet now. Idea behind this Excel ribbon is that, for example, here I have some sample of data set, right? So, for example, if I want to highlight all the dollars present in this table, what I have to do is I have to write the macro code for that. So let me show you the idea behind it. So let me copy and paste the macro code for that. You consider I have the macro code now. So let me save this. So let me press Ctrl plus S to save this file as macro enable Excel workbook. You consider this is macro enable workbook. So I'm gonna rename this to highlight dot excel. So this is our file now. Let me close this. Now I can select the table and click on macros. So let me go to the developers and go to macros. You consider under the macros we have all the three macros. If I want to highlight the dollars, I can select the dollars to macro. You consider it highlights all the dollars. If I want to highlight all the percentage, similarly I have to manually go to the macros button and select the percentage macros. You consider now it highlights all the percentage. Now if I want to select the all the non highlighter cells, again I have to go to the macros and select the third function and click on, and you consider it selects all the non highlighter cells. The problem with this approach is that if you create a new workbook, the macros will not be present there. So let me change the color to no fill. And another method that you can apply is that you can also insert a button and apply assign a macro to them. Consider, let me go to insert and consider you can also do like this. Let me enter a text for it. This will be for dollars. So let me duplicate it, and this will be for percentage. Now what I can do is I can right click that button. So let me right click that button and I have an option called assign macro. Now I can assign any macro to this button. So consider now let's also assign a macro to the second button as well. This will be percentage. Now the same functionality will behave for this as well. Now let me select the table and click on the first button. You consider now it selects all the dollars. And if you select the second button, that is the percentage, it will highlight all the percentage. I'm just giving a one example of how this Excel plugin that is going to work. So for that, I am just taking a simple example of highlighting the dollars and percentage. You can take any example for yourself. Problem here again is that even if you open up another workbook, consider if I open up a new workbook, you consider there is no macro process here. If you consider I have copy and paste the table now, or if I want to select the dollars, again if I go to the developers, if I go to macros, you consider this three macros is from the earlier workbook that I have opened. So let me show you what I mean. You consider if I close this workbook now, and if I go to my developer option and if I click on macros, you consider I don't have any macros. Again, I have to manually copy and paste the macros and create the functionality for this workbook. So to solve this issue, what we're gonna do in this video is as I said, we're gonna create a custom ribbon that will present across all the workbooks, and we're gonna turn each macro into a ribbon, that is button in the ribbon. So let me show you how to do that. For the example, I'm gonna open up the Excel again. So let me open up a blank workbook now. So let me go to the developer option and I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna insert module. So again, I have to copy and paste the VBA code now for all the three functionalities to highlight the dollars, percentage, and selecting the non-highlighter cells. So let me copy and paste the VBA code now. We have to save this file as a Excel add-in. Now, if I click on Control plus S, you can see that here we have a lot of options here. The option that you have to select is the Excel add-in. You consider that is Excel add-in. The file type should be the Excel add-in, and we can give a name for. So the name will be highlight plugin. You can see the extension XLAM. Earlier it can be xlxs. You consider now the extension is xlam, excel add-in, that is the. Now I have saved this file as a excel add-in, right? Then what I can do is, so let me save this now. So let me close this now. If I go to the file location, you consider I have the plugin now. So let me right click on this plugin now. Consider inside this plugin we don't have anything, so the magic will happen now. So make sure you consider, if you go to the developer option, we consider we don't have any macros because we saved this file as a excel add-in, but I will show you the macros will present once again. We consider if you go to the visual basic, consider macros is still present there. So just click on file option, and if you go to the file option, here you can see an option called options. Click on options, and consider here you have your option called the customize ribbon. Click on that, and you consider can have your option called the new tab. Click on new tab and click on right click and select tree name. So I'm gonna give any, you can give any name now. So I'm gonna give highlight and click on OK. You consider this is a new tab, and under this new tab we have a group now. You can give a name for this group. I'm gonna give dollars now. So for this group you can assign a macro for it. So if you click select the drop down option, you consider here we have the option called the macro. Select that. You consider now we have three macros that we have a creator now. Select the dollar macro for this dollar group. Similarly you can create new group now. So sorry, this new new tab. So let me delete this. Actually I want to create a new group. So let me right click and I'm gonna rename this to, this will be percentage now, and I'm gonna assign the percentage macro now. So let me select the percentage macro and click on add. Let's also create a third group for the select non-highlight cells. So let me select, display name will be non-highlight. I'm gonna assign the non-highlight macro now. So I'm gonna add it. Now if I click on OK now, consider now we have added these three now. So if I click on OK, consider now we have a new ribbon. So if you go to the ribbon, you consider here we have three buttons. Select the dollars, highlight percentage, highlight cells. So let me close that, and I'm gonna open a Excel now. So I'm gonna open the Excel new workbook. You consider even if I open up a new workbook, consider the ribbon is still there, and we have the three options there as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste the same data now. So this is just some small example that I have picked. You can take any example. So you can take any useful feature that you want to turn this into a ribbon now. You can take any macros and you can convert the macros into a plugin. That is the Excel ribbon. So I'm gonna select the range now. If I click on highlight dollars, so click on enable now. You consider now it highlights the dollars only. And if I click on percentage, you consider it highlights only the percentage. If you click on highlight answer on highlighter cells, you consider it selects only non-highlighter cells. Even if you open multiple sheets, that is the multiple workbook, the ribbon will present. You consider I have opened a new one, and if you click on the highlight dollars, you consider it still works. Not only two sheets, you consider I have opened two sheets, right? If I open up a new workbook also, this will work regardless of any number of workbook. You consider I have opened a new one. So manually I'm gonna create some numbers now. So I'm gonna change the type to currency now, and I'm gonna change the currency to dollars now. So let me change the currency type to dollars now. So you consider I have some percentage now. So let me drag and drop now. You consider I have a percentage now. What I can do is I can go to the highlight ribbon, and I'm gonna say you can't highlight percentage. You consider it will highlight all the percentage. Similarly, I can do this for the dollars as well. I'm gonna give you I have taken a small example of highlighting the percentage as well. Dollar, it can be used for any automation tools or anything. So we consider I have pick the dollar turn. So what I can do is I can drag and down, and I consider it will highlight all the dollars. So yeah, this is how you create a Excel ribbon without any coding knowledge. The idea behind this is that you can turn any macros into a Excel ribbon. So let me close that one. So let's also close this one. So I'm gonna close all the Excel files now. You can also change the icons for this Excel ribbon now. Let me open up the Excel plugin file now. You consider this the Excel plugin file. Let me open this up. You consider if you go to the highlight, you consider currently there is no icon there, right? We can change that as well. Again, you have to go to the options and go to the customize ribbon. You consider expand the dollars now and select the macro and right click and select rename. Consider here you can see many icons for all this. So currently you are restricted only to these icons. In the next video, I'm going to show you have a more advanced option. how you can add your own custom image as well. So if you want to get that video, so subscribe to this channel so that you can watch that video. So I'm gonna release that video in a couple of days. So you can select any icons as well. You can select for the percentage. Actually I don't have the percentage icon, right? So I'm gonna ping this one now. So in the upcoming video I'm gonna show you how you can have a more of freedom to do whatever you want with those plugin now. So for now you have to play around with those icons that is present within the Excel. So let me open up the Excel one more time. So let me open up a blank sheet now. Now if you go to the highlight type, consider now the icons has been changed successfully. So yeah, this is how you create a custom ribbon in Excel. You can turn any macros into a Excel ribbon and you can use it across all the workbooks. You consider I have some dollars now. So let me make sure that these functionalities are working properly. So let me select this table. I'm going to go to the highlight ribbon, select the highlight dollars. You can say it will highlight the dollars. Let's also present the highlight percentage. You can say it will highlight the percentage. So yeah, this is for this video and I will continue in the next slide.